Bonjour, comment allez-vous? This is the Crypto Kid podcast, and I am the Crypto Kid Daniel Plummer. Today's topic is the Bitcoin Dotsy Do. Bitcoin dipped from high 68,000 US dollars to below 66,000 US dollars, and now it has rebounded and is at the price of 66,126 US dollars. Ethereum is up to 2,500 US dollars. This is awesome. This is incredible. The market is holding on to its profits. Investors, yes, are taking profits, but in general, the market is holding on and the bull market is on. Bitcoin is poised and set to surpass 70,000 US dollars right before the presidential election. But as we get closer, you should expect some fluctuations in the price. And that's simply because Donald Trump is pro Bitcoin, and Polymarket shows Donald Trump receiving 66% of the votes and Kamala Harris receiving 33% of the votes. The financial market sentiment is positive. All of the cryptocurrencies, the financial markets, the US dollar is performing strongly. Everybody is happy right now. So, with that, there's going to be a wave, and then some people are going to say, you know what, this is a good time to take my profits and get out of the market. So, you will see the price of Bitcoin fluctuate, and that's to be expected. In addition to that, um, every day you're going to see political headlines because we're getting closer to the presidential election. And Harris and the Biden administration have been anti Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So that, like, right now, Roger Stone yesterday was quoted as saying Donald Trump has 312 electoral college votes. Kamala Harris has 220. Polymarket polls has Donald Trump getting 66% of the popular vote. So it's going to be a landslide victory, regardless of what the fake news media has been reporting repeatedly that Kamala Harris has this 3-point lead. None of that is true. If you see her in her most recent interview, she looks tired, short of breath. She's on this blitz, and she really hasn't had to work hard. And, it's apparent. Also, we had this gaffe, and you can't say it's the slip of the, you can make up whatever you want, but President Joe Biden said yesterday that they need to lock Donald Trump up. So Donald Trump is ahead of Kamala Harris. He's clearly going to win. In 14 days before the presidential election, Joe Biden comes out and says we need to lock him up. This is the banana republic. This is like being in Zimbabwe, 20 years ago. This is like being in Venezuela or Colombia, and all of this craziness where people are locking their political opponents up. You go back to the corruption in the Philippines over the last 30, 40 years. This is the type of behavior that we're seeing. And Kamala Harris has not come out and condemned that statement. She's just letting that fly. And that is the epitome of what the Democrats do. The Democrats accuse you of things they are secretly plotting against you or harboring. So if they want to lock you up, they're going to say Trump is a threat to democracy, but then they're going to indict you and take all of your personal belongings. Rudy Giuliani said that two of the poll workers, and they were caught on camera, pulling out two suitcases after voting had stopped, and it was clear, and they just pulled them out of nowhere and started counting them. Rudy Giuliani said something about it. And you talk about frivolous lawsuit. If you look at the appearance of these two African American women, they look desperate and poor. They look like, and they filed $150 million defamation suit. And what did the New York attorney judge say? Said that Rudy Giuliani must give them his penthouse, all of his expensive watches, all of his possessions. This is the craziness that our country has been reduced to under these Democrats. And this election is not the end of it. On the Democratic side, if you don't agree with these people hate you and wish the worst for you. They want to use every political avenue they can to incarcerate you, sue you, take all of your possessions. So we are living in a divided country where the Democratic Party feels that it is acceptable and okay to deem anyone that doesn't agree with their political views as an enemy and as a person worthy of being incarcerated and sue them and to take all of their possessions. So gone are the days that let's agree to disagree. Gone are the days where when I was in college at UC Davis in the 80s and 90s, we would debate ideas openly in sociology courses, political science courses. Now, if you don't agree with the other side, they hate you and they want you expelled from the school. You know, if you're a professor and you make a political statement that one of your students doesn't agree with, they want to go to the dean and have you thrown out of the department. So people don't even know how to debate. People don't even know how to persuade each other. People don't even know how to disagree in this country. And this country daily looks more and more like Nazi Germany, like fascism, like Leninism, like socialism. And we're having all of our freedoms that are protected under the US Constitution taken away from us. And you have to stand up against that. This is just sad that we're getting to, and it's always that Donald Trump is racist. Um, the MAGA party are hate mongers. They're racist. They're mean people. But it's the Democrats that have been arrested for attempting to assassinate Donald Trump. That they've made hateful statements towards Donald Trump, even elected officials, um, many members of Congress, and have called for harm done to Donald Trump. And then most recently, we find out that Liz Cheney, as a part of the January 6th congressional committee, she was secretly communicating with one of the jurors, which is illegal and is called jury tampering. And it is believed that she is going to be disbarred. And as long as Merrick Garland is the Department of Justice chief, she's not going to be prosecuted. But once Donald Trump takes office and we have a new Department of Justice chief, that person can file charges against Liz Cheney for jury tampering. And this level of manipulation that occurred, that we had Americans that all of them were eventually released, but they were held in jail in inhumane conditions for more than 2 years, and they weren't even charged. And now they've been released. So you already know that they're going to be filing lawsuits against the US government, and they're going to be compensated in the millions of dollars. And then we find out the people, the committee that's leading the investigation and the prosecution of these people, that Liz Cheney is tampering with jurors by communicating with them. And this woman could not afford an attorney. And so she was manipulated by Liz Cheney to give, and she was coached. And they have the text messages showing the communication between this juror and Liz Cheney. And Liz Cheney is coaching her and telling her on what to testify and how to testify so that they can have some evidence that they can lock their teeth into. So Liz Cheney is telling this juror to lie, to tell untruths, to bear false witness for the sole purpose of having some legitimate evidence, even though it's false evidence, but having some physical evidence, having a person that's willing to testify and incriminate themselves in the process. And Liz Cheney is the person that is coaching this person. So we'll give you more as we find out more about this latest development. We will inform you of this. So this is the crazy stuff. And all of these things are affecting the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, because now we're seeing members of Congress who have behaved in an illegal manner for their own political aspirations, and they have falsely gone after Donald Trump. And this is the future president who is pro Bitcoin, blockchain technology, and cryptocurrency. And our gas prices are high, our groceries are high, it's difficult to buy a house. We have all of these financial challenges, and that all of those things are affecting the price of Bitcoin and affecting the financial market. So you need to understand that even though I'm a technical trader, I understand all these political headlines, this political news is playing a factor in market sentiment, because people are concerned about the overreaching of the Biden-Harris administration that is about to come to a close. But in the last final days, they're concerned with what Joe Biden and his dementia may do. And Kamala Harris pretty much is an absentee vice president. So whether it's visiting the areas that have had hurricanes, like right now with Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene, neither Joe Biden or Kamala Harris is visiting those areas on a regular basis to assure those people that that they're going to get the help that they need. And people want to see that. People need to see that, and they're not doing it, which is affecting Kamala Harris's campaign. She doesn't understand that the public perception of her increasingly gets negative by her doing these acts, whereas Donald Trump is moving around the country to these different states with their specific industries, encouraging them and letting them know that he's going to do something to help them. And that what just that those type of headlines, that type of news boosts market sentiment and market confidence, and people feel more confident to be investing in the markets, believing and knowing that Donald Trump is going to be the future president and is going to pull back all these laws against Bitcoin trading platforms, and these and cryptocurrencies. And that is very important to all voters, whether you're an independent, a Democrat, or a Republican. And someone in the Harris campaign should have told her that a few months ago, how important crypto is and how important the future of crypto, because the future is crypto. So if the future is crypto, then people are concerned about the future of crypto. How is that going to turn out? If we continue to go in this direction toward cryptocurrencies, are we going to be facing federal charges? Those are the things that Kamala Harris needed to address. And confidently, Donald Trump is saying, hey, I got your back. I'm in a joint venture with my two sons, Eric and Donald Jr., with World Liberty Financial. I've had the SEC approve my Bitcoin ETF. So, of course, we want to promote Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And that is what is holding the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum up despite these market sell-offs. So with that, this is the Crypto Kid signing out for today. I'll keep you updated on all the changes with Bitcoin. And remember, the future is crypto.